Render will make millionaires and I will tell you why. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doc and in today's video I'm going to explain to you why Render will be making millionaires in 2024 and also give you my short-term Render price prediction. So the first thing I want to talk about today is what is actually going on with the Render price since my last video 7 days ago. So as you can see, Render has been around the $10 mark for 1 month now, and it's actually very bullish because the longer the accumulation will be, the bigger the outbreak will be. Like, a lot of people are bored right now, don't like the market, but it's really bullish. So another two important levels you have to watch are the demand zones around like $9.41. Like, Render cannot go below this. If Render goes below $9.41, it could get very dangerous. But also the level of resistance here. So basically, if Render wants to go up again, it literally has to break this resistance and go through. But once again, let me show you why this accumulation zone is very strong. So if we go a little bit into the past, like, people always get like tired about these accumulation zones and they get angry. But if we go back all the way to like August and October, like, a lot of people didn't like Render back then and everyone was giving like hate on why is Render not moving. But just take a look around the levels like 172 and like I think it's like 135 as well here. It's a big accumulation zone. This lasted 2 months, and who got rewarded? The people who actually bought the bottom of the accumulation zone, because from that level everybody knows Render just went straight up to like $13. So basically $1.33, $13 at 10x, and this took 2 months, and a lot of people are literally impatient right now to wait for 1 month. Like, it's just hovering around $10 and $11. Like, I sometimes do not understand people who bought at 11, it drops to 10 and are already panicking. A 10% correction is nothing in crypto. Like, if you cannot handle a 10% correction, crypto just isn't for you. But like I said before, Render is looking very bullish. The longer the accumulation will be, the bigger the outbreak will be. And later in this video, I will give you my potential outbreak levels. But first, let's take a look at the potential catalysts which are coming in the near future. So the first catalyst I want to talk about today is this massive post from Emad, the founder of Stability AI, one of the largest AI companies in the world, and he's also a Render board member. And he basically said will be some interesting announcements, looking forward to being in Singapore to ramp actually open AI. So basically he will be talking during this major event called Super AI, which is between June 5th and June 6th. And he's been saying lately that he's been preparing some interesting things for Render, so I hope it will be massive announcements to really trigger the outbreak. The second major catalyst which will happen very soon is Apple WWDC, which is actually happening between June 10th and June 14th. So last year there was a lot of hype during this event and everybody was assuming that Apple was gonna make a big introduction into AI, which never happened, but Render basically pumped 200%. But you're very lucky this year, because this year everything will be about AI, because we're gonna see iOS 18's new AI features. So basically there are some very impressive things. A new version of Siri that is more intelligent and based on large language model, which is basically an AI technology similar to ChatGPT and Google Gemini. New AI features for Apple Music, AI integration into Pages, AI features for Xcode. I don't even have an iPhone, so I have no idea what Xcode is, but whatever, it says AI. An upgraded version of Spotlight, so that is powered by generative AI, a very big word in the AI world. an AI-powered wellness app, and so many more AI features. And the thing is, a lot of people are wondering, well Doc, is this going to be a sell the news event? Well, nobody knows, that's the real answer, because last year, yes, it wasn't sell the news event, but this year, Nvidia earnings in like February, everybody thought it was a sell the news event. It pumped 30% the next day. This year again, in May, we were expecting the pumps from February. It was a straight sell the news event. So you cannot predict it, but always be like careful between these events. And it also depends how the market is moving, because if the market is not bullish and the market isn't going up, but render is pumping, like it's probably gonna be a sell the news. But the most important thing is, even if it's a sell the news, if render goes up, it brings attention to render. And these are the real catalyst things. Like, a lot of people think that catalysts are only meant for major pumps and skyrocketing. Well, no, it's basically bringing attention. And the more attention Apple WWDC brings to render, the more bullish it will be for the render bull run top. And I cannot wait for these major two catalysts to happen in basically the next 2 weeks. And now let's get on with the second part of this video, which is basically about my price predictions. But before I do this video is brought to you by RENDY AI, which is basically the ultimate AI meme coin. The coin is currently sitting at a market cap of only 1 million, meaning that you could make a 100x if it reaches 100 million, which is nothing. It also has the most bullish chart I've ever seen. The reason why? The team is fully based and it even includes me. And the one thing I really like about RENDY AI is that they're giving a lot of money to RENDY AI holders, starting with a $1,000 giveaway. And to enter the $1,000 giveaway, all you have to do is go to the top of the description, click on the x.com link, and once you're on the link, you will see all the rules you have to do to enter the $1,000 giveaway. And they're also commenting where you can buy RENDY coin, so that's really helpful for people who don't know yet. When I do a bull run price prediction, there's always two main things I look for: the current market cap and the rank. So Render currently has a market cap around 3.9 billion and is ranked 27. If we take a look at a historical snapshot of the last bull run on 7 November 2021, we can see that the rank 27th crypto had a market cap around 8 billion. But everybody knows that bull runs get bigger and bigger. So if we take a look at the bull run before 2021, basically altcoin season on January 7th, we can see that rank 27 had a market cap around 2 billion. So basically rank 27 got 4 times bigger. So what does this actually mean in numbers? So Render is currently at $10 with a market cap of 4 billion. A rank 27 crypto last bull run had a market cap around 8 billion. But every bull run, of course, a rank 27 becomes bigger and bigger. So the next one could already be at 32 billion in market cap. This would basically mean an $82 render cap by this market cap, meaning a 700 gain from the current price. But in my opinion, as I said, from rank 166 on, render is going way higher than rank 27, top 10 is coming. And of course, if you want to know what the top 10 price is, be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I will make a video about it soon. But let's continue right now with my short-term render price prediction. When I do these short-term price predictions, I always love to use one specific tool, which is basically the Fibonacci tool. So it always shows you what the possibilities could be for the future. So if we take a look at the last top at like 13.6 and the current bottom at like $5.85, we can see that the Fibonacci levels, the first one would bring us to like $18, the second one to 26, the third one even to 34. But what's realistic short term? So basically what we can do right here is take a look at the past, like what happened in the past. So the first one I want to take a look at is basically May 2023 with the Apple WWDC hype. So we click here on the top around $2, I mean it's almost $3. $2, and then we go all the way down to like $1.23, which is basically the bottom. And as we can see, it went basically to this level. So if we take a look here, this was the top in December. So the top in December was around like what Fibonacci level? Between 1.6 and 2.6, but close to 2.6. So let's say like 80% of 2.6. So what would 8.6 bring us here? 8.6, 26, 18. Let's say that would be a $24 render for a short-term price. But of course, there was one very, very big one after that. So this one is incredible, to be honest. I'm not sure if this is going to happen really short-term, but you can always try it. So if we take the stop here and go to the bottom, so this is basically December to January, you can see that it even stops at Fibonacci 4.7. And the craziest part is, look at this 4.7. Like, people really need to use Fibonacci. This 4.7 was basically exactly this stop. Look at this. 4.7, 12.78, the top was 12.78. Of course, we went down again and Bitcoin surged to 75k, but actually this could be the top, and we got Bitcoin to go here. So Fibonacci is very strong. But what would this 4.76 mean for render? Basically a $43 render short term, which is incredible. Like, Fibonacci levels are very important. They get well respected. You can see it here as well. Just look at this local top. It's a Fibonacci 0.786. It's the resistance we were talking about earlier in this video. Look at the bottom. It's basically between these very strong Fibonacci levels. Like 0.5 is one of the strongest that is getting used. A lot of traders, I don't trade myself, use 0.168 as well. But Fibonacci levels are something you cannot underestimate. The second major indicator I want to talk about today is the stock RSI. So basically what we're seeing here is on the weekly time frame is once the stock RSI is beneath the blue line, so this is basically oversold, it's just meaning that it's the bottom and it will skyrocket. And when does it usually skyrocket? Like in the past, it has only been below this line for like 3 times. But once it enters the blue zone again, so this is basically this price, like September 11th, it just goes straight up on the weekly. And here it actually went down, but not low enough and recovered. So a lot of people might be sidelined here, but right now we're literally on the edge of breaking out because we're almost in the blue zone, which touched the blue zone a little bit. This was, I think, with the Apple news as well. Yeah, the big Apple news, but then we went down again. But this is one of the greatest opportunities. It's not financial advice, but the higher time frame stock RSI, if it's oversold, it's below the blue line, it basically means that things can get very, very decent. But of course, we got denied at the blue line. We might go to zero back and then pump again. But in my opinion, this could be a very, very big opportunity. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Be sure to like if you did. Also follow me at TheRealDoc on Twitter to know when I post about render, crypto and other very, very bullish things. Click on the screen right now if you want to know when to buy render to maximize your crypto profits. Subscribe to this channel for more crypto content and YouTube. Until next time.